everyone, it's Alistair here, and today was our second full day of rehearsal here for the Edinburgh Tattoo, and what a day it was. So I'm going to recap my experience today and give you a little bit of an insight into what us pipers do in preparation for such an amazing show. So let's get into it. So this morning we all met together at 10 o'clock and we started the day with a combined chanter and drum pad session, and we used the session to work on a few of the breaks for our massed pipes and drums set one. There were a couple of not issues, but a couple of things we needed to work on from yesterday's first practice, so we used this morning to get that more refined, so then we could do that on the main instruments later on today. So we ran through our also our own music, the hornpipe sets that we play as a band and we use to tune up with, not only when we do our own performances during this month, but also when we're doing them up at the castle before the big blow and things like that. So it was good to get a run out of those tunes on the practice chanter and pads to see where we're at. And then once we did that, both sections broke into two groups, and we then did a little bit of a maintenance session for pipers just to go and check their hemping of all the joints on their pipes, because they've travelled from all over the world. So coming into Scotland's obviously a different climate, and these adjustments now that we've been here for a couple of days are needed to be done. And we also fixed a few reed issues from yesterday and issued a few new reeds out to our pipers, so that was pretty cool today as well. So some of them have a bit more of a firmer reed, so hopefully they'll get easier for them over the next few days, so they're nice and comfortable for the month ahead. And then that took us to our main sort of session today for the pipers to start for the morning session, and we used this time to tune and set up the pipes or refine it a little bit better than we had it yesterday, because obviously all these new reeds are going out, so they're constantly changing. So we used a couple of hours before lunch to do that, and actually today was definitely a little bit more challenging. The sun was coming in and out, so it was a really good proper Scottish day. So having living in Perth, where most of the time it's either sunny or it's overcast depending on what season it is, it's always a little bit of a challenge to go back into Scotland mode and get used to the quick changes in temperature. So it took a little bit longer than I had hoped originally, but when you can imagine we're trying to tune 47 pipers, I think it is, it's a massive effort from the leadership group to get through that, especially when we're also switching in and out reeds, because they just don't suit the piper, so or the player, so we're trying to make it as comfortable for them as possible. So that took us right through to our lunch break, and that seemed to go very quickly, about an hour break, and then after lunch we had a really good pipes and drums session running through and refining our set one and our set two, and today was definitely a lot more confident. We were able to lift the tempos a bit more and challenge the players, and it was going good. So by the end of it I was really pleased, and we're definitely on track and ready to join the rest of the mass pipes and drums tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how everyone goes at their first big main practice, and I'm sure some of them are nervous but also excited at the same time. So after that rehearsal we had a quick break, about 10 minutes, and then our senior drum major, he then took us through a little bit of a drill workout, and we do have to do this every year because a lot of our members come from community bands and also competing bands, and they're not used to the type of drill that's required for something like a military tattoo. So it was definitely worthwhile to do these things. And we only really started doing this normal formal format and adding it into our practice schedule prior to meeting up with the rest of the Mass Pipes and Drums for a couple of years now. So it's definitely beneficial, and today I'm sure everyone picked up a tip here, an extra tip here or there to help them improve on their drill. So when we do start working on formations, we look very slick and smart. And then to finish the day, we then ran through, just the pipers who were wanting to have a go at it, some of the music for one of the dance numbers. So this music is really fast, and it is quite challenging. You know, I've been playing, this is my 7th tattoo, and I would say it's probably one of the most challenging of the dance sets that we've played, especially given the speed that we're required to play it at, and also they're technical tunes. They're really good tunes to play, and you know, I've heard some grade 1 bands playing these tunes, so it is definitely challenging for all the pipers that are involved in this set. So it was good to get a first look at how everyone was going with it, and also give the team some feedback on areas they can work on before we need to play this with the dancers. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that went, and I'm pretty confident, or quietly confident, that the team will keep improving and be able to play this really well for the dancers when we need to do it for the show. So yeah, definitely feeling pretty tired today. I didn't do my run. I normally would go for a run in the morning. I thought I'd give that a miss this today, just purely for the fact that I knew it would be a long session. But yeah, my lack of fitness is definitely showing at the moment in regards to the bagpipes, but definitely feeling stronger than I was yesterday, so that's an improvement, and I'm sure tomorrow I'll be another step up. So, but I'm not sure if you can tell by my face, I do feel pretty wrecked, and we're not finished actually yet today. It's a quick turnaround with some tea, and then we're doing a uniform checks to make sure that all the uniforms fit our members. I'm saying a lot. I'm really sorry for doing that, but I guess I'm just trying to process the day in my head as I'm going, and I'm not really going to edit this much either, because one, I don't really have the time, and I think it's just more free flowing if I just talk, and it'd give you a better view of what's going on, really. So yeah, tonight we're doing a uniform check and issuing out the plaids. Obviously our players at all different heights, so we need to get everyone in the same room. We only have a certain amount of plaids as well, so we don't want to be issuing small players to tall players and vice versa. So that will be pretty cool to see people putting on their number 1 uniforms for the very first time. A lot of these players have never worn this before, so I'm sure they're excited to put on our uniform, which is really smart. A couple of standout moments today would have to be, yes, just in terms of the maintenance and of the hemping of chanters and things like that, and tape on chanters. Definitely a few players need to work on those types of things, but I think this is a cross-board thing, not just here, but in general in most bands. Players can become a little bit lazy when it comes to hemping and changing tape, and I think that's the key if you are out there and looking to excel or push yourself into one of the top graded bands in the world, is that it's just a lot more than just good fingers. It's a lot about how you maintain the pipes and keep on top of that maintenance, because if you don't have a good routine, and you're not doing, drying your pipes out routinely, checking if things need hemp, then how is the pipe supposed to sound good? So yeah, a couple of lessons learned today. So hopefully it's better it happened now rather than halfway through the month. So, which is great about these types of experiences, because it's all about learning new things and adding things to what you already know and improving you as a musician. So yeah, that was good. Anyway, that's really it for today. Other than just lots and lots of practice, it's been a fantastic day. Looking forward to tomorrow when we get to link up with the rest of the Mass Pipes and Drums, and seeing some familiar faces and seeing the smiles on the faces of the members in my band that have never done this before. So looking forward to that. So I'll see you then. Bye.